Well, I'm having one of those days that we all have at certain points in time. I guess this is just my day. Have no idea what I'm going to say or how it's going to come out. How or what I'm going to say. Not sure if I said either one, but I'm going to talk. I took the advice of someone dear to me who told me that maybe I should talk to myself so I could hear myself talk. So I'm going to do that. As you may know, I've been on a quest lately to, I guess, learn some things about myself that I've been wondering about. And what I've come up with is my perception of how people process communication. There are different kinds of people. Some people are spiritually influenced. Some people are emotionally influenced. Some people are financially or sexually influenced. But everyone has, I guess, their ways of being. But I want to kind of focus on something, and I'm not sure how to say it. But I've developed a passion for what's inside my head, and I don't know, I guess, who to talk to, so I'll just take that advice and talk to myself. What I'm experiencing is a problem, or a situation rather, that has to do with words. Somewhere in my life, words became important to me. The meaning of words became important to me. How I process words and speak words became important to me. So my way of communication developed its own style based on how I interpret words. And of course, they're pretty much based on the meaning of those words. What I'm finding is, as I interact with people, I find that people will be in their feelings. One of those feelings I just mentioned. So instead of calling the particular one out, I'll just say in their emotions or in their feelings that's triggered or led by something, including me, because I do it too. I just hope that, either I can catch it myself or somebody can bring it to my attention. But I've developed a knack for particularly catching other people. I catch myself too, but it kind of goes something like this. If you speak something that someone hears and they process it a certain way and they develop a feeling or a response, and it causes them to be, for lack of a better word, offended by what you said, they will then somehow respond to you, I guess maybe with an attitude or as if they are offended. And they will say something to the effect of, well, you said this. And it won't even be what you said. It'll be similar to what you said, but it won't be actually what you said. And when you point it out to them, maybe they'll say something like, well, that's what it means. Then you point out, well, it's not what I meant and it's not what I said. And then they will say something like, well, it's how I felt. And usually when people say something like that, that's what it means. And then you then say, well, it's not what I said. It's not what I meant. And if that's how you feel, well, let's talk about it. Well, somehow or another, having that conversation doesn't work out for a person who is more driven by their feelings than actually what happened or what was said or what was actually meant. And it happens over and over with me in particular. And I don't like it. So what I've decided to do was to just maybe care a little less about how someone feels, about how someone thinks, about how someone believes, and try to stick to exactly what I said and what I meant, and be open to explaining it with hopes that I can convince or manipulate, direct, instruct, or just simply open up a different option for someone to, I guess, receive either what I may have said or what they may have heard. And I don't know how to do that. So I guess what this conversation with myself will be is hopefully to bring awareness to myself and anybody that will hear this, to just be careful and be open if someone apologizes to you, even if they are rough around the edges and they come off at you hardcore or direct or specific. Be open to the possibility that although you may be affected by what was said, that if it's not what was actually said, and they go on top of that and say, it's not what I meant, try to find peace in that and try to check yourself before you blame somebody else for how you feel. I'll just leave it right there. This is a short video or audio or whatever you want to call it. I'm on this quest to just talk. And I'll just leave it there. Long story short, I'm doing this because it happened to me recently and it's just been happening and I want to do something about it. I don't know how to change. I don't know how to really speak how I'm feeling without offending someone and then talk about it. And in closing, I am 100% convinced that anytime anyone is in a disagreement, that if they take the time to understand more of what someone else is actually doing or saying or meant versus how you feel, things could really change. So with all I just said, I guess maybe talking just got me to make a point because I wasn't sure what point I was going to make. I'm just hoping that we can be more open to reality than how we feel, because not everybody is out to get you or us. Not everybody means to say anything harmful, even if you feel like it's harmful. And people need to be able to be free to speak how they feel, even if it is rough around the edges. That doesn't mean just be a jerk or be an a-hole, if I could say that. But be free to express yourself and not have to be overly concerned about someone who's overly sensitive. Just find that place of reasoning and be willing to talk and work it out. Thanks for listening.